The one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. Live on Team GRF TV. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on the Yo. Kamen Rider Build, episode 32, Program Tragedy. Internet. I need y'all to work with me, alright? I need y'all to work with me. Now, I don't really ask y'all a lot to do that, but given what the last couple of these episodes have been, I really need y'all to work with me because a lot of what the last episode has bled into the beginning of this one. So I feel that because of all the craziness in the lab, the craziness down at the synagogue, man, shout out to my boy Pat, my boy Minister W out there who's holding it down for the fam. I appreciate you. That I got all this confusion in my camp about L's and the show and how we deal with these things is that trying to figure out at this point, because again, let me just do this. There is thought that goes into me clowning on this show. Actual legitimate human thought. Because see, I don't really have a filter. You guys know this. I don't have a filter. I just say what's on my mind about this thing that I watched. It's just this show has been getting crazy lately. And the more it gets crazy, the more I have to understand that I have to somehow end up delivering to you that we are in this shared experience of watching the show and trying to bring y'all a whole different angle on it is important because I'll be for real. I take a look at my contemporaries. Ain't nobody on the internet with this toku business do it like I do. That's just fact because see, everybody talks about it in a way that is like this and whatever. No. I clowns, I act a fool, but I love it like you guys. So, with all of that responsibility in the air and all of that, I think the way that I want to handle this, because it took me a couple of minutes after watching the episode of trying to figure out how it was I'm trying to deal with all the craziness and bring it to you into a way that not only educates and informs, but lets me act a fool, and I don't care because I have zero filter. These things I've repeated and you already know. So, what I think I want to do, well, no, I know that I want to do this, is that we need to set a stage, a baseline, as it were, for the state of Kamen Rider Build as of right now at the beginning of this episode that bled into the end of last episode. I think I can get our baseline just like this. Excuse me, sorry. Had some of my thoughts. You got banjo. We found out that you are a Martian because your mom got raped. Your mom got raped by an alien. Got things. Oh, the Yuga Banjo delivered these L's upon hashtag Bloodstone did it. Oh, you indeed delivered these L's. But guess what else we found out? That your homeboy daddy was sitting up here experimenting on you. But we don't know if it was experimentation or whether he was taking. No, this show is getting really circular. It's like everybody, people, is just wrapped up in this Martian bit. They don't know what really going on, but space and Mars and stuff like that. But I think that's about the baseline that we need in this Ryuga Banjo song. But if you thought it was over, I got another verse because Ryuga Banjo knows now. And he's not really happy because he was in the middle of eating noodles like Naruto Uzumaki. But that's not really important because he don't believe this shit. He don't believe he's an alien. So he runs outside. He runs outside, even though Sento brings up a whole bunch of motherfucking legitimate points about why you might be an alien, but he's not hearing this because he's a Yuga Banjo, the juggernaut, bitch. And that right there is our baseline. And that right there is our baseline. So I will stop the song now because it's be the one beat. Not even. I'll leave that to the professionals. But yo, that is our baseline. Ryuga Banjo don't believe shit nobody say. That's our baseline. You tell Ryuga Banjo the truth. He sits up, Percento sits up here. Japanese Lois Lane get here the information. It take him 2 seconds to scan through it just like he Barry Allen or something. Yeah, that's true. Like, here the facts are. We touch Pandoras Box, don't nothing happen. When you touch it, it transforming things happen. Bumblebee jumped out the car, start dumping on it because we don't know. It's something wrong with you, but not something wrong with you. But it was explain why your hazard level so high and why you always so angry and shaking the dragon bottle and jacking it off and punching dudes with fire punches. It explains everything. It makes perfect sense. We understand. We know that's exactly what the fuck it is. Congratulations. That, ladies and germs, is establishing a baseline. I am indeed the best at what I do. Okay, so we've set the stage, baseline. How about we just try to just scope through the rest of our episode? Because there were things that happened. And then there were things that happened. One thing that happened is wrapped up in multiple things that happened. So let's try to establish this song because I don't have a song for this yet. Me Tan the Stan. You guys remember him? Mr. Heel face turn. Like, man, my squad. Oh, wait, they're all dead. But I'm Me Tan the Stan, and I'm happy and okay because I've got friends now, and I'm around this idol chick I want to bang, but you ain't getting that ass because that's exclusively for Martian dick because you ain't never hitting it ever in your life. You never smash. You never smash. And I ain't talking about the monsters in this show. You will never get that oochie coochie la la la. You will never get it, Me Tan the Stan. Never. Let's establish that on the baseline. You will never get in that swimming pool pussy. Never. You will never get it. Baseline established. We've established that baseline. Me Tan the Stan will stay a Stan to the day he dies. How many of those people are on the internet right now purchasing pictures from bitches off Patreon pages? A whole bunch of you Me Tan the Stans. This was a thought-provoking moment from the one and the only triple the G.O.D. Back to this review. Alright, here we are. Me Tan the Stan. I'm happy now I get to hang out with an idol. Ring, ring. Hey, yo, what up? Hello there, you know it is. Nah, I'm not even finna. I can't run it like that. Nah, I was, but nah. I can do that better, and I can establish that a lot more differently. You know what? Nah. We should just do it the original way that I wanted to do it because I was going somewhere with that. I was. Let's try this one more time. Ring, ring. Hello. Hey, what up? You know it is. Your boy, little Japanese big worm. Man, that don't even sound like you, cuz. Man, it sound like me now, man. I'm trying something new. I'm a gangster now. I used to have a little voice like this, sound like a little bitch, but I'm a man now. Cause Japanese big worm be giving me all the work. Nah, but for life. But look here, little bitch. I got some work for you. Man, what you want? Hey, this what you gonna do. If you don't get me and my Japanese big worm Pandoras Box right now, I'm gonna murder your whole squad. What you think? Hey, man, they already dead, bruh, so I don't know what you really actually threatening on, but hey, do whatever you do, man. I don't care, bruh. Man, you really believe, man, that you thought I was talking about your dead homeboys? Nah, fool, nah. See, I'm a gangster. I'm a little Japanese big worm. I'm a gangster now. I got your whole farm squad hemmed up. I'm gonna make them do strange things for form change. Have you ever seen bestiality porn before? Have you? Hey, man, you sound like, man, like you got something you want to talk about. You want to talk about it? No, I want to talk about it with your bitch ass. Look here, nigga, listen. If you don't bring me Pandora's Box, now I'ma murder all these farmhands and who gonna milk them cows, bitch? You got 30 minutes to give me an answer. See, here's the thing. At this juncture, you really think that Japanese big worm, little Japanese big worm, and the whole Namba squad would be beyond kidnapping people and hold them hostage for a box? Like, we know you want and need the box. The box is magically super important. We get that. But are we really going back to hostage negotiations right now? Little Japanese big worm trying to act mad hard to the boy Me Tan the Stan, who is imbued with the powers of being a Me Tan Stan. You can't stop this dude. Well, you can, but it takes a lot to stop him because he's infused with the powers of being Me Tan Stan, right? Y'all understand. Why am I talking to y'all about this? Y'all come see me every week. Y'all know this. Look, okay, here's the thing. Normally, we would take a couple of minutes and we would speak about this being some magical moral quandary or something. It's not a moral quandary. Do you know why? Because the hostages themselves take the edge off being a moral quandary. They like, boss will never come for us, because if he did, he'd have came already. This happens later. I'm just trying to get this all out the way. But they take the edge off being, look, you are sitting up here holding us hostage. That the lives of the few don't weigh heavily against the lives of the many. That's just a fact of war. And sometimes in war, you have to make decisions like that. Here I am going, I swear, I was trying not to get into moral quandaries, but this is a moral quandary. But again, they take the edge off. See, here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that length of scenes, right? Little Japanese big worm calling me Tan to stand don't matter. The hostages like, well, me Tan to stand isn't coming to save us because something more important is going on. That's not important. You know what is? Evil Alucard's continued face turn. Because this is important. Magical face turn. See, this is the last episode established that they put something in it that every time they push a button, you know what I'm saying, like Simon, and then you hit this button, you're like, oh my God, it hurts. And we got a demonstration of that. But before that demonstration came is evil Alucard, aka Gentoku Himuro, aka former leader of the Gray Squad, set the hostages free. Even given before this, he makes the best attempt he can to continue, and the key word here is continue, to morally quantify this quandary we have about morals. Even he says that maybe we've sunk a little too low here. We don't really want to take people hostages for a box. Like, if you want the box, just run up on the fools in the street for it. And you don't have to hold people hostages, because for real, this is a waste of time. This is more of face turn. Then little Japanese big worm sits up here, kind of sort of gets his ass whooped a little bit, hits a button, and then kicks Gentoku like Craig kicked Debo at the end of Friday. And I was like, wow. Kicked him. He had the Stacey Adams booted this nigga in the fucking mouth. And I was like, really? I didn't know you had it in you, but you know, he is a number snitch. So they train you to do one thing, to kick a nigga ass when he down, I guess. So, we got that. So, we've established scene. We've had more quandary. Guess what else I got for y'all asses today? More moral quandaries. See, remember, the end of last episode, Squadron took back Pandora's Box. I guess the war is over. No, you're wrong. Because Sento gets with OG leader of the Great Squad. They're like, yo, here's the box. Maybe you can negotiate this war to an end because you have the thing that the bad guys want, and this should go over well. It don't go over well. Because, see, here's the thing. Japanese Big Worm is a motherfucking gangster. See, you can't punk out a real motherfucking OG. You just can't do it. It's impossible. Because real OGs been there, done it, seen it, and done it again. So, in this whole scene, where you got Tarzan sitting up here talking Japanese Big Worm, they going back and forth, and then Japanese Big Worm makes the most legitimate point in this show I have ever heard. See, you have Pandora's Box, right? The problem? You too much of a bitch to actually use it, so trying to threaten me with something that you're never gonna use, it don't work because you's a bitch. And I'm like, damn. Like, big Japanese Big Worm got nuts the size of grapefruits, because I'm like, that whole scene blew me away, because I'm like, that's not how you negotiate like a motherfucking gangster. That is how you legitimately negotiate a situation. Just straight up. You ain't gonna do shit, bitch. Hold a motherfucking L. And I'm like, yes, you are 100% correct. There are no lies detected here. Because for real, he straight up said, just sat up here like, look, you not gonna use the damn thing. If it was in the hands of us and we were telling you we were going to use the motherfucker, you know we will, because see, if we didn't, it wouldn't be a big ass fucking circle in the middle of town splitting up the fucking island of Japan, because fuck you. You have nothing. You got nothing. Hold a motherfucking L. And I'm just like, see, it was one thing when I knew Japanese Big Worm was a motherfucking gangster. It's a whole nother thing entirely when you sit up here and you got nuts the size of grapefruits, put them on the table. Here are my nuts. You ain't gonna do shit. Get the fuck out of my face. We just gonna come get the motherfucker from you later. See you on the street corner, bitch. Bye bye. And I'm just like, all motherfucking ready. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was crazy as hell. I'm like, for real, because it was for real. I'm gonna say this for real, just as someone watching the show, as someone who's been watching the show and getting to know these characters, that scene blew me away. Because see, it's more of what I love when this show does it. When you sit up here and really, and characters who sit up here and tactically think, outthinking those who are tactically stupid. Now, I'm not sitting up here saying Tarzan Hamaro's an idiot or anything like that, but when you going up against an OG motherfucking gangster like motherfucking Japanese Big Worm, you better have your nuts ready. And Tarzan didn't have his nuts ready and got punked out. Like, you got legitimately, like, literally, I'm like, Japanese Big Worm listen to Killer Mike and LP. Run the jewels, bitch. Like, just on, he sit up there and just listen to hip hop, dog. He just sit up there, listen to hip hop, plotting, playing this shit. Just listen to Run the Jewels 2 on repeat. No, wait, that's what I do in real life. No, I listen to Run the Jewels 1 through 3 on repeat all the time. Like, I just sit here like, oh, I'm in the lab typing some shit. Digging in my, I'm in love again. Stay go. Look, regardless. This moment has been brought to you by Run the Jewels. Go listen to Run the Jewels if you haven't listened to all 3 Run the Jewels albums, because Killer Mike and LP is some of the greatest shit hip hop has ever heard in a very long time. And I thank you too for reminding me what hip hop is, because for real, I'm just gonna take a second to quickly say this. When I listened to Run the Jewels 1, it reminded me why I fell in love with hip hop in the first place. Because it was a really long time, because I just got to listening to instrumentals and video game music. But then somebody was like, you want to hear that real shit? You need to hear Run the Jewels 1. I heard Run the Jewels 1 and I really fell in love with hip hop again. So that's just me. Just me putting myself out there. Regardless, we got more episodes. Okay, so let's review so far. Banjo the Yuga's a Martian. He don't believe he's a Martian. Stan has moral quandary, but there's really no moral quandary, because your own people, like, nigga, if he said fuck us, nigga, that means he did it for a good reason. That ain't nothing but love. And Tarzan Himuro, aka OG Lear, the Grey Squad, got punked the fuck out by Japanese Big Worm. That is our episode so far. Just in case if you decide to skip to like 19 minutes in and you're just joining us right here for what the fuck this episode was, if you skip this far into it, that's what's happened so far. So, meanwhile, Banjo the Yuga, the Martian juggernaut bitch, has been wandering around this whole episode. I ain't no Martian, man. Man, that red cat thing didn't rape my mama, man. I ain't do it, man. Rocks in the river. I'm going to my girlfriend's grave. Counsel me. Why is this happening to me? How can this happen to me? Whining like a little bitch. You supposed to be the juggernaut. He up here whining and shit. Oh, woe is me. My life's so bad. See, normally I'd see the Banjo Ryuga song about how sad this bitch ass nigga is, but I'm just like, no. It's not even worth a song. Banjo the Yuga. He's really sad because he found out he's a Martian, but he don't believe it. So he walks around the whole episode wandering like a little bitch. Wandering like a little bitch. You the little bitch. That's the song. So That's their baseline right now. Banjo Ryuga's a bitch because he whining about something that's not of his control. Y'all know what's gonna happen next, but don't mind it. So he gets the phone call. Like, he gets the phone call repeatedly. We need some help. We getting fucked up. So at some point after Kasumi fantasy, blah, 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 him accepting his fate as the other half of the Mitan ship, he runs off into battle. Also at some point, Mitan and Stan had to run off into battle after all his fam came up there to his. It's like, have you ever like had a whole bunch of your family members come up to your job and embarrass the shit out of you? That's what happened to Mitan and Stan. His whole family went up there. Oh, boss, we missed you. We couldn't milk the cow without you. Reunion, y'all. She sat up here and fucked her piece of corn. The fuck, man, y'all shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out. Blah, blah, blah. Yo, security, get these things out of here, man. Just get them on the stand somewhere. Give them some Kool-Aid. I gotta go be a comic right. Man, I'll be back, man. I'm like, damn. But yeah, so they all running off or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. So, there's a fight. Let me see if I remember or care to remember what happened. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm thinking here. Oh, yeah, Metan the Stan gets his ass whooped. There was some ass whooping going on of Metan the Stan for a minute. Then Sento shows up. Yo, full everything, and you know what happens when full everything. One of the Super Wachio bros take a massive fucking nail, get blasted off like Team Rocket. Then it's funky super match time, and then it's one-on-one, and you know Sento runs off to leave it to Metan the Stan. What happens? Banjo Ryuga shows up to the spot, but before he gets there, we got that boy, former leader of the Gray Squad, just fucking shit up. Cause that's what he do. He like, man, I can't fight my destiny. Man, little Japanese big one always gonna punk me and kick me in the face with them Stacey Adams, man. So I might as well just whip my ass for the bad guys, man. So once for that face turn, and he whooping ass. Banjo get there. Hashtag Bloodstalk did it, because that's all we learned this whole episode. Bloodstalk did everything. Because it's my favorite part of these reviews. Hashtag motherfucking Bloodstalk did it. Because now I'm changing the hashtag now because it's motherfucking Bloodstalk did it. Because listen here. You want to know why Banjo Ryuga don't remember anything about fucking Sento's fake real daddy coming over to his house to sit up here and tell him to hold your balls and cough? Hashtag Bloodstalk did that shit. You want to know why he finna become the best fucking writer in the show and straight rape motherfuckers? Because Bloodstalk, he doing that shit. So what happens is he try to run up on Bloodstalk in normal form. And I'm just like, no. Why would you sit up here and run up on Laura Bloodstalk in your normal form? I'm like, you ain't even magma. You ain't even liquid magma form. You run up on him in regular cross Z, dog, and get your ass whooped. Like, you expected this to happen. And then you wonder why you get booted in the chest and rolled down like 10 stairs. Because you ran up on the Lord in normal form. Then Sento get there, and then it's like, oh, that's my baby. Let me tell you about my best Kamen Rider friend. He warm, hard, and fluffy, and we gonna kick ass to the end. And then he sits up here, big long speech. I look up to Sento, man. He's my hero, man. He dragged me out this shit. Now, Bloodstalk, you finna take L's 2 episodes in a row. And then guess what happened? Bloodstalk take L for 2 episodes in a fucking row. And by L's, I mean, Bloodstalk just stood there and just let Banjo Ryuga whoop his ass. But Bloodstalk don't care because he's Bloodstalk and he don't give a shit. Anything you do is just foiling his master plan. See, at this juncture, it's time for me to say this because I may never get another opportunity to. The only villain who is this motherfucking gangster, as hashtag Bloodstalk did it, is the original fucking lord of fucking being a villain when I came up. That would be one David fucking Xanatos. You don't know who the fuck that is? Google that nigga. Everything Bloodstalk is doing, David fucking Xanatos wrote the fucking book. So I'm just putting that out there. That's your homework assignment. Go look up David Xanatos, and then your job after that is to find the show it was in and watch the first 2 seasons and ignore that a third one exists. That's your job. See? This moment was brought to you by Gargoyles and Disney. I wish they would bring that back and make a real decent video game out of it and actually put Goliath in Kingdom Hearts, but regardless of that, Devon can get this dick. Okay, sorry. Anyway, a lot of you. Oh, regardless. Okay. Where was I? Because I just had a Gargoyles moment, so I'm trying to get back to baseline, right? Trying to get back to baseline. Okay. Banjo Ryuga, for the second episode in a row, gets some hot grease poured on his head, and he delivers L's upon the Lord of this show, and he just disappeared. Just disappeared. Dis-a-fucking-pears. And that is the end of our... No, it's not. One more thing. One more thing in my uncle voice, because this is very important. And the answer is not magic must defeat magic. It's not that. We forgot about a dude. His name is Gentoku Himuro. You know, really unhinged guy. Looks like Alucard from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Cracks full bottles and shit. Crocodile and Rogue. Oh, he walks up in the spot, kidnaps his daddy, and that's how the episode ends. I thought we was on FaceTime, Holmes. You kidnapped your old man? I'm just like, well, there you have it. There you have it. Kidnapping your own daddy. This show crazy as fuck. I'm sorry. This show crazy as fuck. Nope, not even gonna do it. So, it looks like my boy Minister W, he need to get back over to the synagogue and preach some more, because right now we need to be delivered from the L's of this. The scientist guys, they are working on that right now. They still studying episodes and let L's from last episode. It's so crazy around here. Like, we just so backed up because it's so many L's getting delivered, because you guys got to understand, right now is our busy season, because series are starting to wrap up for the year and stuff like that. So, it's at this point where you just get quantitative level L's getting delivered in everything you watch. So, it's just that everybody is just on high alert right now. So, it's not just you guys. It's us too. So, right now, this is our busy season. Like, this would be the equivalent of Black Friday every day of the week when something you love come on, because L's are getting taken by every fucking body. Crazy. But don't worry about that. Me and Jay, we gonna take care of you. You know, we got what we do. We always give praise every year at the end of the season to our Lord, the horse-based God. And we always show respect to Cripple Reeves, because he was his first victim. First of many. Shout out to Cripple Khalil. You'll get it. You'll get it in about a couple of days from now. Don't worry about it. I got you. Look. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guys Speak Show. Kamen Rider Build episode 32, Program Tragedy. Yo, this episode was off the chain. Like, it took a lot to get through this episode, because there was a lot going on. And given that I know what the name of the next episode is, yeah, doozy. D-O-O-Z-Y. That is a doozy. I cannot wait to see this, because this is going to be off the chain. But for now, at the moment, gonna get up out of here. Always remember, Triple the G.O.D, Kamen Rider Build, Ultimate Slavery Trigger, Super Ultimate Best Match. Are you not ready? Of course they're not ready, Build Driver. Crank it, build up. And until next time, man, peace out.